Good morning. This is Seeker the Scuffed, came at you live, and I am alive. Not that the fear of death was ever a thing I was suffering from, just horrible, horrible illness. It is the reason why I have not been here for this past. Well, I suppose that I actually managed to get one in about 2 weeks ago, or maybe it's just 1 week. But the point is, I haven't been around much, and that one time I was, it was very, very brief, because I've not been doing well. You might have noticed from my cough that I'm still not doing well, but that does not matter, because I am able to get out of bed without vomiting, and I want to enjoy myself for once. Because, it's been a while since we've done this, and I really, really enjoy our time here. So, this is going to be a bit awkward for me, because between the coughing and the lack of hearing in my left ear, which is temporary, I'm not exactly...
Legal Academy.
Oh, I'll shut up for a second.
Prestigious high school with alumni in the highest echelons of the legal world.
I'll use this time to check to see if stream's doing well. It wasn't doing well before I left. Yeah, seems fine to me. Ooh, ice pick murder. Alright. Nice way to open up. Now, what was I saying before? I was saying something. Can I remember what it was? Right. Not doing well. Despite how energetic I am. Really not doing too well. And I'm hoping that I will be recovered soon. But considering underlying health conditions, I doubt it. I'll probably be like that for about a month or so. Oh man, it's been 4 minutes. 4 minutes. And I'm... Jeez. How do I explain this? I'm very excited. I usually leave you guys sitting there, jamming out to that starting music for 4 minutes. And here I am, talking to you guys, not stopping to cough or drink water or anything. Just doing as I go. Because I am excited to be back. Even if the one person Twitch says is here is most likely a bot. So, I think we should just get into this, yeah? Needless to say, don't expect great voices. I think that is a given, considering that I've already coughed, I think, twice, and I can feel a third one coming. But we'll have fun here, yeah? That's what this is all about. So let's get into it. Oh, maybe I should have muted for that one. Hold on. Yeah, you guys will not have wanted to hear that. Oh no, I'm gonna be late. Wait, she's still going to school. Oh yeah, look at this. This is a law school. Woo, finally. So, this is it. The illustrious Themis Legal Academy. This is the place where many distinguished lawyers and prosecutors got their start. When news spread that Mr. Wright had gotten his attorney's badge back, he received a call from the school asking him to pay a visit. Okay, I was wondering if they were gonna, say he went here. We know he didn't. And Mr. Wright brought us along, hoping we'd learn something from the experience. But no, I had to go and blow it by getting here 30 minutes late. Really, it's not all business today. After all, today's their school festival. And my delivery is not too great. Suppose that's what happens whenever I'm gone for so long. But as always, I'm going to give myself Oh, what was it? I gave myself 20-minute grace period to get into the groove of things. It seems rather reasonable to me. So let's go ahead. Oh, hold on. Can I do something about this? You guys give me a second. I want to see if I can do something here. Come on. Do it. No? Alright. We're gonna have to live without that then. Okay. Never mind that. That was just me doing some back-end stuff in front of you all. Or you. You know, once again, excited. Feeling spry in the mind and sick in the body. And right now I'm feeling really mind over matter. Okay, what do we got here? Wow, this place has a school festival written all over it, literally. But why all the cold stares? Is it because everyone's in a school uniform except me? Well, I like the way I dress. I wonder where Mr. Wright and Apollo are. Do I have anything in the court record yet? Oh, there you go. Phoenix's age. He's 34. I think I already knew that. But it doesn't really matter. Oh, Apollo is 23. Didn't know that. Or at least I don't think I did. Your attention, please. Is that a voice I should be giving to it? It's probably a student saying this, isn't it? Your attention, please. This is an announcement from the Mock Trial Committee. The mock trial will begin shortly. All students and faculty please proceed at once to the lecture hall. Ah, that's such bad delivery on my part. I mean, I can blame this on the slow text, yeah? Thank you. Sounds like a mock trial is about to start, but where's this lecture hall? Can I speed up the text? I want to know. Text skip on, that's not it. Come on. Nope. Oh, wait. Sounds like a mock trial is about to... Oh, wait, no, I already read that. Looks like all the students and faculty are heading that way. Might as well join them. Maybe I'll find Mr. Wright and Apollo there. Ooh. Fancy. Oh, why is all the text so slow in this chapter? Am I just too excited? I mean, I usually don't complain about this too much. This must be the lecture hall. Wow, they spent some serious money on this place. The district court can't even compare, or compete. Hey, Athena, over here. Oh, who was that? Oh, it was Mr. Wright, probably. Ah, Mr. Wright, Apollo. I have been looking for you two. I'm so sorry I'm late. It's okay. Sorry we couldn't wait for you. But we didn't want to be late for our meeting. Oh, what voice was I... Oh! Oh! This is another prequel trial. When are we getting back to Edgy Apollo? What voice was I giving him before he went edgy? I think we'll decide to make a new one. Oh, I remember. I was giving him like really super 4Kids dub voice. I think that's how I described it. I can't do that right now. I'm definitely going to cough if I try. Let's do it anyway. Lucky for you, the person we're supposed to meet also seems to be running late. Oh man, I knew it. I knew it. Mr. Wright? Mr. Justice? It seems Professor Court has yet to arrive. Oh, okay. This is a guy. Old guy. How unprofessional of her to keep visitors to our esteemed institution waiting like this. Yeah, this is really making me cough. We'll see how far we can get into this. I want to go at least an hour. I have the time. In fact, I have time for probably like 3 hours. I shall make her right, I will not. Oh, who do we have here? Oh, right, you haven't been introduced yet. Ah, yes, you must be the young lady Mr. Wright was telling me about. I'm Aristotle Means, a professor at this hallowed hall of learning. That is... I was thinking it, but it's interesting to actually hear. What's up with your big badge? Huh. I oversee the lawyer course here. It is a pleasure to meet you. The lawyer course. That doesn't make much sense, but okay. I guess you oversee everyone. I'm Athena Sykes. I just recently got my attorney's badge myself. It's nice to meet you too. How wonderful. So vigorous and vivacious. You just earned yourself a gold star. Oh. Wow, thanks. That big smile of his is kinda scary, though. Looks like the mock trial's about to begin. What are we gonna do about our meeting? Oh, speaking of the mock trial, do either of you know what it's about? Oh, but I thought we had sent a pamphlet to your office. Oh, man, not doing good. Right, the pamphlet. Whatever happened to that? You won't be seeing it again. Oh, you won't be seeing it again. Trish used it for the old rip it up and restore it trick. Unfortunately, it didn't work as advertised. Well, it seems I had better explain the situation then. Thank you, Professor. Ooh, actually, I want to present my badge. I don't do this often. What a magnificent presentation technique. Both your timing and speed were impeccable. Speed? You mean speed's important when presenting evidence too? Absolutely. The speed and approach angle theorems are the first thing we teach here. I believe Mr. Wright and others like him already make extensive use of them. You do, boss? Well, to some degree, I guess. It never even crossed my mind. This lawyer thing is deeper than I thought. That was a good one. Now, does anyone have any questions? I do, Professor. Could you tell me all about your school? What an excellent question. There's a gold star for asking. Our academy has 3 courses to choose from. Students seeking to be lawyers take the lawyer course. Likewise, budding prosecutors take the prosecutor course, and future judges the judge course. But prosecutors are also lawyers. Oh, okay. Also, I assume every time he does the gold star thing, he is not actually saying gold star in the original, because he's doing a circle with his fingers, which means, like, correct. In fact, because he has his other three fingers up, be okay. Though usually they are separated in that case. Wow, you have everything here for someone who wants to seriously pursue a career in law. Criminal law, at least. Yes, well, that's what makes our school so special. And today, even more so. After all, we are to be treated to a lecture by the legendary attorney, Phoenix Wright. We can't wait to hear all about his return to the legal profession. Is he the only character who's being referred to by his last name? I think so. Like, I don't mean like the character's referring to him by his last name. I mean the text box is referring to him by his last name. And oh my god, he's only 45. His parents were wise when choosing his name. You're giving a lecture, Mr. Wright? But you're not even a professor. Yeah, well, I'm just giving them what they want. Did you even know you're meant to be giving a lecture here today? Yeah, sort of, but I came here early because I was supposed to have a meeting with the head of the judge course, Constance Court. It's been a whirlwind of a morning. let's leave it at that. Professor Court, she is a wonderful instructor, but quite unpunctual. Oh, so that's who's late. From what I've heard, our esteemed Mr. Wright here is scheduled to hold a training seminar tomorrow in addition to today's lecture. A training seminar? For lawyers? What exactly does that involve? Why, it involves the very skills that make a lawyer a lawyer. The arm angle when shouting objection, the proper way to strike the podium, how to project one's voice, and most importantly, how to bluff your way to victory. Huh? Who exactly do you want me to teach stuff like that again? What a wonderful question. You just earned yourself, you guessed it, a gold star. The great honor of taking a seminar by a famous lawyer and a famous prosecutor, that is what is at stake in this mock trial, the crown jewel of the school festival. The mock trial in question is a prestigious event that every student aspires to win. The top students in the lawyer course and the top student in the prosecutor course face off in a simulated court case set in this very school. As for the case itself, we select the best script written by a judge course student and base our case on that. Oh, a one-on-one battle? How thrilling! So, if the student studying to be a lawyer wins, they get to take my training seminar? But what if the other student wins? I'm not a prosecutor, so, There's no cause for alarm. We have a famous prosecutor ready for just such a case. Is it Edgeworth? But exactly who it is, well, that is a special surprise. Please. Please bring back Edgeworth. It's been so long. I went the entire last game without him. I haven't even played his spin-off, even though it's been released in North America. Please. I know it's not him. I know it would not make sense from a story standpoint, and it would not be satisfying from a narrative standpoint. But I need Edgeworth to come back this game. At least once. Please, game. I want Edgeworth back. I don't even want Franziska. She can stay gone. Yeah, I'm willing to sacrifice Gumshoe. You could kill Gumshoe and have that be the case as long as it brings Edgeworth back. A famous prosecutor? No, it can't be. Professor Means, forgive me for interrupting you and your guests. I was right. I was right that it's a student, but I was wrong that it is a male. Juniper Woods. That is an oddly familiar name. Where have I heard of that before? Is this perhaps... is she perhaps related to the girl from the first case? I believe... is she actually the girl from the first case? We'll see. I'm Juniper... wait, what voice do we give her? I'm Juniper Woods, a senior in the judge course. Professor, the trial will begin shortly, since you'll be delivering the pre-trial speech. Would you mind waiting up in the balcony until we're ready for you? My, how very organized you are, Juniper. You just earned yourself a gold star, too. But what about Professor Court? I suppose she'll eventually arrive. Now then, I trust you will look after our visitors, Juniper? Yes, of course, Professor Means. Juniper? Juniper Woods, is that you? Oh, this is the same person. Then, Athena? I almost didn't recognize you. I didn't know you were back from Europe. Wait, you two know each other? Now that's a coincidence. We've known each other since we were kids. We're like best friends, right, Junie? Yes, well, We lived close to each other, so we used to play in the forest together. Yeah, like a lot. Well, why won't she look at me? I guess I shouldn't be surprised since we haven't seen each other in a long time. Oh, I get the gag. Athena has bedhead or something, yeah? The students in the hall were looking at her. Juniper refuses to look at her. And the other three are just sort of whack jobs. So she probably has something up with her appearance. Anyway, we're supposed to go wait in the waiting room, right? Not that I wouldn't mind taking in the mock trial you're putting on today. Unfortunately, the mock trial is only for students and faculty. There is one seat reserved for Mr. Wright, but no other exceptions are allowed. Yes, I'm very sorry, but it is part of the student curriculum after all. I hope you wouldn't mind remaining in the waiting room until the trial concludes. Oh, that's too bad. I was hoping to learn something new today. I'll tell you what, Apollo. Why don't you take my place? What? Really? Sure. Besides, I'd like to meet with Professor Court as soon as she gets here. Aw, no fair. I want to see the mock trial too. Sorry. I'm gonna let Apollo pull what little rank he has, if it's okay with Professor Means. But of course, Professor Wright, if that is what you wish. It's settled then. We'll expect a full and detailed report, Apollo, so pay attention. Being the new kid sure stinks. If if you would please follow me, I'll escort you down to the waiting room on the first floor. Still no Professor Court. It's been over 30 minutes, and Mr. Wright's snoozing away on the sofa. This is so boring. I should have hidden in the lecture hall and spied on the mock trial. What was that? Athena, I could have sworn I heard something fall down and break. If you go running now, they'll think it was you. Well, it wasn't me. I think it came from somewhere outside. Oh, well, we better go have a look, seeing as everyone else is in the lecture hall. Okay. Oh, okay. Is this a stage for some sort of concert? It reminds me of a courtroom. Wait, Athena, behind the witness stand. What? It looks like a body to me. Oh, that's not what I was looking at. I was looking at something else. Yeah, can't scream because I'm sick. Professor Court, can you hear me? Professor? Wait, that's who we're supposed to be meeting with? Huh. Wonder if that arrow was poisoned. Obviously there's a lot of blood here. But the arrow's still in. I suppose she could have bled out. And that's or gotten the wound infected after passing out. Can't. Well, I suppose the autopsy report will give us a cause of death, eh? That's what it's there for. Looks like our meeting's been canceled for us. No way! This can't be real! I called the police. They should be here soon. I'll go tell everyone in the lecture hall too. No, wait. They'll find out soon enough once the police get here. Let's do our own crime scene investigation before it gets too crowded around here. Huh? Are we even allowed to do that? It's no big deal as long as we leave it exactly like we found it. Plus... No, never mind. Anyway, we should look around while the scene's still fresh. But... okay, you're the boss. Alright. Let's get to examining. Ooh, it's one of these 3D ones. That's important. But I can't inspect it from here. Can't move up or down. So that thing breaking was probably the loud noise we heard. Or both of them. I really wish I could inspect that window. Oh, yes, that is such a perfectly placed window. Someone absolutely went through that. Alright, suppose we start with the obvious. Yeah, the corpse. I guess I really do have to examine the body. Well, guess I'd better get used to stuff like this if I want to be a full-fledged lawyer. This is more of a detective thing. Let's check that arrow first. And then her wrists, and then the book. There's an arrow stuck in her side. Gunshot wounds and stab wounds are pretty common, but arrow wounds? This is a homicide, any way you slice it. In other words, we have a murder on our hands. A murder? Here? So that makes this arrow the murder weapon. Well, that and the bow that shot it. Oh, but we saw the ice pick earlier, so it's probably just a red herring. Right, but where could the killer have shot her from? The stage is a sea of obstructions. I'm no expert on archery, but it can't be easy to hit a target with this much stuff around. Would it be possible to kill someone by stabbing them with the arrow? I'm not sure. Guess we better do something more investigating before jumping to conclusions. You absolutely can, depending on what the tip of the arrow is like. Oh, look at that. We get to look at it. Did we pull it out? I hope not. I'm going to check the court record. Can I inspect this in 3D? Nope. Alright, wrists next. Notice anything strange about the body? Take a deep breath and then take a good look. Well, now that you mention it, there's no blood around it. Yet, the victim's body is cold and rigor mortis has already started to dissipate. It would appear that quite some time has passed since Professor Court was murdered. Thing is, the quad was packed with students up until the start of the mock trial. Wait, then doesn't that mean she was killed at a different location? Oh, I know, the killer moved the body here while everyone else was in the lecture hall. That's a definite possibility. Notice anything else? Her arms are raised over her head, and there are dark bruises around her wrists. Yeah, the professor was probably tied up with something. Eventually her wrists were unbound, and as she reached up to stretch... she was killed? Actually, I'm not so sure about this theory. There's not exactly a lot to go on. So, don't feel too bad. What do we have here? A book? I'm guessing it fell out of her chest pocket, or was planted there. Wait, what if it's her diary? That's the most private thing a girl has. True, but considering the situation at hand, my apologies to the late Professor Court. No, don't. Looks more like a planner than a diary. Let's see, what do we got? Hugh O'Connor is a suspect. Final confirmation, that's just normal. Alright. We know what she was doing, we just don't know what specifically, or where, so the right page isn't especially helpful. Left pages gives us a name. Every page seems to have the same sword mark printed on it, at that. I still think a girl deserves her privacy, but this may help us solve the case. Let's see. I think that's about all we're gonna find from the body from now on. Or for now. Nice work, Athena. Your face only turned 5 shades of pale. I was expecting 50. You should probably take a picture of the crime scene, just in case. Okay, I'm on it. Say cheese! Cheese? and thought I was the one with a twisted sense of humor. I think that should do it. And besides, don't you know? A sense of humor in these times is really important. Alright, let's take a better look around the area while we wait for the police to arrive. And this pile of rubble sticks out like a sore thumb. Oh, wrong button. Oh, looks like broken pottery or plaster. Maybe this is the source of the noise we heard. There were supposedly 2 statues on this stage. I seem to recall hearing that a co-ed from the Fine Art Club had made them. There were 2? And that thing over there is the remains of another statue? This could be related to the case. Let's take a closer look. You know, I'm surprised they didn't let me keep going on with the 3D movement on my own. They sort of just shoved me into the statue next. Hopefully that means they're gonna zip me over to the window next, because that window is the most suspicious thing I've seen since I played Danganronpa all that time ago. That was not on stream, in case you guys were wondering. But, yeah, suspicious window. We need to check that next. Statue in the newspaper. I wonder what this was a statue of. Whatever it was, it's a reddish purple. It was reddish and purple in color. When Apollo and I first got here, both statues were already here, but they were covered up. I bet they were waiting to unveil them when the school festival moved here to the stage. You mean this duffel bag looking thing was actually being used to cover the statues? I guess that just leaves the question, were they broken by accident or on purpose? Oh man, Athena's voice is killing my throat. What a puzzle this is. That plaster... That makes sense for it to be there. Yeah. Newspaper under the rubble, though. That's notable. There's something buried here in the rubble. The famous Herald. Wait, we shouldn't disturb it. Let's just read what we can. Good, Phoenix. Oh, really? This is the thing that they're putting on the news? Okay. Final act in torrid love triangle centered on campus, she-devil Juniper Woods. Level-headed lawyer course genius and hot-blooded prosecutor course student will go head-to-head in a mock trial battle for the she-devil's black heart. Hugh O'Connor has declared that he will confess to her if he wins. That is... I mean, it's cheesy, which is what this, series is all about, but... Oh, excuse me for a moment. Wait, what? I seriously wish I hadn't read that. Same here, Athena. I hope these characters are not insufferable. This game has displayed quite clearly that it's capable of doing that when it wants to. And considering how this paper is, I have a feeling I'm not going to like one of these 2. You find that more shocking than discovering a murder victim's body? But we're talking about my friend Junie here. She never lead guides on like that. Athena, you don't believe everything you read, do you? This article is clearly written with malicious intent. I'm not buying a word of it. You're right, but it's still disturbing, even if it's a third-rate tabloid material. Alright. Oh, I really need to cough. Alright, I'm good. Come on, show me that window. No! Oh, why would they do that? Oh, it's so obvious. Come on. Oh, that's the worst. I hate it when mystery games do this. Okay, who's I'm going to assume this is Aristotle. Mr. Wright, Athena. Oh, it's Apollo. Oh, here comes Apollo. I've never seen anyone move so fast. Listen, something big's happened. Ooh, that's not his voice. I was at the mock trial when the police announced that a body had been found on campus. That's right. And we are the ones who phoned it in. We found Professor Court dead behind the witness stand over there. What? Can you show me? I don't know if I can do Apollo's voice right now the way I want it to. We'll just have to do what we can. What the? We already had a quick look at the body. It's definitely a homicide. Once the police get here... No, I know it's a homicide. I'm shocked because it's the same. Exactly the same. Whoa there, Apollo. Take a deep breath. Explain what you mean. It's the same. The body, that is. It's just like how it was in the mock trial. What? It's like the mock trial? I know, it sounds crazy, but... The body's location and position, the murder weapon, the lack of pooling blood... It's all exactly like the mock trial. Forgive me for my awkwardly long pause. I don't know why this chapter keeps doing stuff like that. You're kidding, right? It can't really all be the same, can it? Oh, there's the police. Before I read whatever is about to happen, since it's probably going to fade to black like it is now, let's do a brief bit of theory time. I'm going to drink water, cough, off the mic, and then I will tell you what I think. Okay, here we are. So, we are going to go full Scooby-Doo logic on this one, because that's how I'm feeling about it. So, we have our love triangle. One of them is Hugh, and he's probably the obvious suspect here, or rather, he is the obvious suspect. So he is definitely not it. I could buy him being an accomplice, including an unknowing accomplice, but I don't think he's it. But he is definitely going to be very passionate, I feel, about this whole thing. Now, this murder that has occurred has to have been done by someone who knows the details of the trial, the mock trial. Junie is not necessarily the one who wrote it. I do not think they said that. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. But there are several characters, including ones we have not met, who knew the contents beforehand, most likely. I think that this, or rather, I'm almost certain that this is, how to say, framing someone. They are using this love triangle that has been so heavily marketed, shall we say. So, despite the fact that it is clearly libelous, perhaps, not quite libelous, but close enough, in order to get these three people into attention, one of them is going to be framed. And you know what? I would not be surprised if this trial ends with Junie as a suspect, Juniper, and then the courtroom blows up. Because we know this is a prequel, because Apollo's not edgy yet. And we know this game has 4 or 5 chapters, which means we only have 1 or 2 left. And they need to get back to that edgy Apollo thing, and I think they need... So this is probably going to be the last prequel chapter. And we know the first chapter started with an explosion in the courtroom in which Juniper was involved in the trial. So, yes, that's my current working theory. Someone's being framed. Juniper might actually be evil. Oh. Is that something I like from a narrative standpoint, though? From a narrative standpoint, I think Juniper being evil could work. But we already have to deal with Athena's trauma, which has not been explored. And, what is it? Oh, I don't... Black Quill, that's his name. Prosecutor Black Quill has not really been delved into at all. This is a third trial. Still don't know anything about him or his involvement with Athena in the past. So if they were going to make Juniper a criminal, first of all, it would not be discovered in this trial because of the explosion. And because of Athena's words towards her and thoughts ranked Trial 1. So if they're... So it would have... Oh, what would they... They would have to bring it into Trial 4 or 5. But would that even be compelling? Not really. I don't... I don't know. They'd have to really pop off, as they say. Oh, the writing. How are they going to take this writing? I know I'm getting upset over my own theories, and that is a bit silly. I am fully aware of that, but I have been in that mood recently. Because although I have been horribly ill, I have been able to read a little bit, including one of the few manga I read. I'm gonna, tangent time, we're gonna go talk about this now. You guys know what Oshinoko is. I'm so upset by it. It's a good manga. I love it. I've been reading it for a while, and it's gonna end soon. It's ending in November. 4 chapters, they say. 4 chapters to wrap up the entire story. I do not know if you know this, like the story, or what Oshinoko is, but 4 chapters, no matter what medium you're in, is not a lot. And I have been theorizing so much, not something I usually do, about how they could possibly wrap up the story in a satisfying manner. Because even though the ending has presumably been planned since the beginning, the way they are trying to get to this ending, it's simply not working. No matter how they go about it at this point, characters are going to be completely unresolved and wasted. And it's so frustrating. And here's the thing, I don't mind some of the way the characters are looking to end, because the story at its core is a tragedy, right? So things ending in a non-satisfying way, or in a way that makes you upset, is, it's something that I expected, and something I still expect. It's not only that, it's something I really want, especially since one of the characters is basically guaranteed to have a horribly tragic ending, because all of their motivations have combined onto one horrible point, even though the person themselves are quite nice. But, oh man, come on. That 4 chapters left. It's been driving me insane, and it's not only does it have me theorizing about that manga, Oshinoko, it even has me doing about literally everything, because I'm just in the thinking mood now that I've regained my consciousness and I'm not vomiting everything that goes in my mouth. And including here, you see me, I'm rambling like a madman, trying to speak in between gulping water about a theory that I have that could lead to poor writing choices, and I'm getting upset about it, even though it's just a theory. I don't even know if my audio is good. I can see that my microphone doesn't like my coughing. You know what? Let's just move on, yeah? I'm in case you haven't been able to tell, I'm not doing too great, am I? No, I'm most certainly not. And neither is my bit rate. No, surprisingly. I know my internet's not been great, but I thought Ace Attorney would at least be a bit easier to handle, which it is, but I'm surprised to see there's still issues. Anyway, you guys can't see that, so let's just get back into it after I see how much delay we have, because I want to know how, disconnected you guys are from my ramblings. Oh my, it's not moving. How many seconds has it been since I've started? Hold on. Have you guys been 2 minutes delayed or something? Or am I just blind? Alright, I've come to the conclusion that you guys are under a very large amount of delay. And even if you spoke up in the midst of my ramblings, I would not have heard it. That is right. I most certainly would not have heard it. Oh my, look at there it is. I see the movement. Oh, who would have thought? Okay. You know what? Do we make this a break time? I think I need a break time to just like calm down for a second. Yeah, you know what? We'll do that just for like a minute. All right, I'm back. I I think I'm done with the insane ramblings that are completely unrelated to the game. You guys actually have an insanely long delay right now, and I would like to fix that before next time. But for now, we're just going to get back into the game, shall we? Oh, that's not the button I meant to push. Alright. Oh, they swapped sides. The whole school's up. Oh, wait, what voice did I give him? Oh, right, it's just my voice. The whole school's up in an the whole school's in an uproar. There won't be any more classes today. A murder on campus. That's the last thing I expected at a legal academy. I'll go tell Professor Means what we observed when we discovered the body. You two wait here until you've spoken with the police. Yes, boss. I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe we have to wait around here. I can't stay still at times like these. I hope Junie hasn't fainted from the shock of this whole thing. Athena. Athena. There you are. Oh, okay. Woods is also referred to by last name. I guess it just depends on how close we are. Alright. And Junie, am I glad to see you? I was worried that... Don't worry about me. I am student council president after all. I need to be strong. Student council president? Wow, I'm impressed. She's really changed. She used to be kind of sickly and shy. Well, she still is. Deep down, it seems. Juniper, was it? You mind if we ask you a few questions? Yeah, we're stuck here waiting for the police, and there's really not much to do. Sure. What would you like to know? I haven't seen you in ages, Junie. What's it been, 7 years or so? Yes, and I remember how you were always there for me, Athena. Maybe it's just me, but I wanted to ask why you seem so distant. No, man. My, Athena voice is also starting to slip. Why'd I have to give Athena and Apollo such difficult voices to do while sick? Remember how you used to call me Athena? I liked it better that way. It felt like we were sisters, you know? Yes, but I'm student council president now. And as the student representative of Themis Legal Academy, I have to act properly. She was never this stiff and formal before. I knew you wanted to be a judge, but I didn't expect this. It's such a prestigious school, and you're in the judge course to boot. Yes, and Professor Court had been in charge of it until, well, you know. Oh, were they told it was Professor Court who died? Okay. Oh, right. Professor Court was a professor in charge of Junie's course. Oh, what sort of teacher was Professor Court? If I had to sum her up in a single word, I'd say she was amazing. A judge must always seek the truth. That was her mantra, and she used it in trying to fix what was wrong with our school. She was a beacon of hope in this dark age of law. Well, what's wrong with your school? What did you mean by that? Are we finally gonna get back to talking about the jury system? That was the whole climax of the previous game, perhaps? Please? Oh, nothing. Never mind. Am I imagining things, or did I just detect something in Junie's voice? Oh, there's definitely a psyche lock on her right now. At least 3. Professor Court chose my script for the mock trial. Oh? You mean all the students in the judge course had to submit a script? And yours was the one she selected? Wow, that's amazing, Junie. Oh, thank you, but now Professor Court is... Who would do such a thing? Just yesterday we were working together, trying to get things ready. Excuse me. Are you alright, Junie? Maybe you should take it easy for a while. So, she's still got that cough. Guess she's not as strong as she pretends to be. Why do you need a script in a showdown between a lawyer and a prosecutor? Well, we were simulating a trial, so we needed a script as a framework. All the details about the incident and the people involved are included in the script. We also prepare a crime scene, photos, a murder weapon, and all other kinds of evidence. Wow, you... Oh, what voice? Gotta do Apollo's voice. Wow, you guys think of everything. Must be hard getting all that ready. Yes, well, it was only Professor Court and I. After all, we didn't want the script or other elements of the mock trial to get leaked. We were the only ones in the entire school who knew all of the details. Must have been a big pain in the... that must have been really difficult. I wrote the script so the case could go either way. That way the defense and prosecution both had an equal chance of winning. Heh. If you think that's all she's capable of, you've got another thing coming. Huh? Who said that? Why is one of them muscle training? Reminds me of that one episode of Pokemon. Anyways, who's this talking? I assume it's the guy on the right since he moved. Juniper's genius doesn't stop at her brilliant scripts. Yeah! She gave an award-winning performance as the defendant, man! I can't actually do screams, so we're gonna have to stick with those pseudo-screams for a little bit. I know that's the usual around here, but just really gotta emphasize that today. I think I found a rival to my cords of steel. Hugh, Robin, aren't you going to introduce yourselves to our guests? As student council president, I wouldn't have you treating them rudely. You're right. I heard Mr. Wright was bringing a couple of guests with him. That would be you two? Apollo Justice and Athena Sykes? Yep, I'm Athena Sykes. And I'm Apollo Justice. Nice to meet you. I'll pass on the handshake. I'm studying to be a lawyer. The name's Hugh O'Connor. Should I keep calling them lawyer? That sounds... that's obviously wrong. It's really bothering me, so I think we're just gonna go call them defense attorneys, prosecutors, and, judges, instead of lawyer. That's a really broad term that I feel like the localizers sort of glanced over. But some call me Mr. Perfect because I never score less than 100% on tests. Most pretentious introduction ever. And what's with his hand? Is it glued to the inside of his pocket or what? Yeesh. Let me be the first to apologize for Hugh's totally rude introduction. Sorry! Now, here's my intro. I'm Robin Newman. I'm studying to be a prosecutor, like the really cool kind that nails the bad guys. No, where's the sincerity? So, he makes pottery too? And what's that brace-like contraption for? Junie sure has made some unusual friends. Oh, I get what the muscle little springy trainers are for. It's so he can learn to do this. Objection! But louder and with his finger pointing out, which are both things that I cannot do right now. Those are certainly in the perfect spots to be training his desk slams. These two were the defense attorney and prosecutor in today's mock trial. And even though I wrote the script, I also played the part of the defendant. Final act in Toward Love Triangle centered on campus she-devil with Juniper Woods. Level-headed lawyer course, defense attorney course genius, and hot-blooded prosecutor course student will go head-to-head in a mock trial battle for the she-devil's black heart. Is only Hugh in love with her? Because I wasn't getting... I mean, obviously I haven't gotten that vibe from either of them. I think that Hugh is like, he doesn't... I don't know if Hugh actually likes her. I think he's just like a pretentious, you match me, like match my level sort of thing, but are still slightly below me. We'll have to see. I mean, he could, like, just flip a switch whenever she, like, does something that catches his attention. So, but we'll see. Wait, these two are the guys who supposedly have a thing for Junie? Heh. Juniper, come on. Your role's way beyond just that. That's right. A mock trial's just the start. She's also in the school festival's main event. Live on stage, Juniper Woods, and the crowd goes bananas. Whoa! I'm supposed to sing at the school festival. All of the other girls were too embarrassed to try out, so... My Junie singing? On stage in front of people? Wow, she really has changed. Oh... I mean, I don't think she's gonna sing. But, you know, Gavin sang. Or not, it wasn't Gavin, it was Lamira, but... If I have to sing, it's not going to sound pretty. It's going to be that worse than that one time we played Yakuza 0, and I tried to sing while playing the rhythm game at the same time. I'm still embarrassed over that to this day. And it is, admittedly, one of the reasons why I have not gone back to Yakuza 0 after that first stream. I'd like to get it done by the end of the year, though. Let's move on. I was responsible for making everyone's stage costumes. Oh. Oh, it is basically just Lamira's outfit. And this is what I'll be wearing. Well, that's amazing, Junie, but then again, you were always good at this kind of thing. These constellations in particular are really something. Thank you. One of my favorite things to do is look up all the stars in the middle of the forest. Huh. So you're a fan of the night sky, then? I did not do Apollo's voice right there. Wow, Apollo. Didn't know you were such a romantic. It's not like that. I have this friend. Yeah, I go way back. Who got me really interested in space. Who's this? Space friend? Huh? Did we learn about this? No. No, we didn't. Huh, I guess we didn't learn much about Apollo's private life at all. Most of the previous game was him just faffing about with Trucy until Phoenix stepped in and pushed him into a trial. Maybe we'll get some lore on him this game, eh? Oh wait, no we're not. He's about to turn edgy and leave. Got it. Oh, wait, you had friends when you were young? Color me surprised. As student council president, I cannot overlook such a mean-spirited teasing to continue. I think she's angry. Yes. The costumes were no problem, but as for singing, I'm not sure I... No! You can do it! That's right. And anyone who says otherwise will have to answer to me. It's like a chivalrous love triangle. A damsel in distress and two knights in shining armor. Maybe that famous Herald article wasn't too far from the truth. Speaking of the latest news, I wonder how the mock trial turned out. So, how did the mock trial end? We were just about to reach a verdict when the police arrived. Now we'll never know how it would have turned out. I guess that's what happens whenever there's a real murder during a fake murder trial. And ended right before the verdict? Talk about bad timing. I was this close, man. I bet I would have won. But I bet the defense wasn't doing too badly either, right? We'll settle this some other time, and I assure you I will when that time comes. I just realized I'm giving Hugh a voice very similar to what I gave Black Quill, and with my sickly voice, the difference will not be especially apparent. That is a slight problem, because this guy is going to take a stand, as is every named character, I assume, in this trial. That's how it usually is. I need some water. Give me a moment. And a cough. So I'm going to mute. Did I hit the unmute button right as I coughed? I feel like I did that just out of muscle memory. Shocking how much of that I can develop in these few short months. Even if it's wrong. Oh, like I'm gonna let that happen. I don't think so. I hope they don't end up hurting each other. Oh, don't worry, the three of us have been good friends since we enrolled here. Heh. We even have proof of our friendship. Proof? Like physical evidence proof? Yes, we're studying for a career in law. And in the legal world, evidence is everything. Yeah, as long as our friendship lasts, you can bet we'll be carrying them around. Ah, the famous legal academy ingenuity at work. So, what exactly is this proof of friendship anyway? Well, it's a secret, and if I show you, it would be bad luck. Oh, okay. I knew it. There's definitely some discord in Junie's voice. And she definitely has at least 5 psyche locks on her now. Our friendship is sacred and inviolable. It's not something to be put cheaply on display. Proof? We don't need no stinking proof. Us three are friends forever. I can hear discord in their voices too. But they're talking about their friendship. What's going on here? Something wrong, Athena? No, it's nothing. Oh, alright then. Hey, isn't that... Everyone's... Oh, wait, it's this guy. What voice did I, give to Fulbright? I have not the slightest clue. Oh, what did I give him? What did I give Fulbright? I suppose we'll just have to give him a new one. Everyone, stay right where you are. Don't move a muscle. Oh, that's what it was. Look at that, I slipped right into it. Who did I model that off of? I'll give another line. Detective Fulbright, is something wrong? Why, if it isn't my little loyal friends. Sorry, but the small talk will have to wait. Oh, I got it. I modeled his voice off of the Revolver Ocelots. Which Revolver Ocelot, though? No, not Revolver Ocelot. That's wrong. I based him off of Liquid Snake. That's it. Liquid Snake from Metal Gear Solid 1. Not, obviously not an imitation, but close. Juniper Woods, you are under arrest for the murder of Constance Court. I'm... what? Wait a second, what's going on here? Why are you arresting Junie? Please, Detective Fulbright, we're involved in this case too. Aha! So you're the lawyers you're the lawyers the dispatch said were first on the scene. I can't tell you everything, but I will say this. There are two major reasons for her arrest. Number one, the suspect led somebody to where the body was. I didn't. And number two, the crime scene is exactly how the suspect portrayed it in her script. But you can't arrest her on just those grounds. True, but there's more. However, Prosecutor Blackquill specifically told me to say no more than that. So, Blackquill's the prosecuting attorney on this one too. Detective Fulbright, we found this in the suspect's pocket. Why, there's blood on this. That's the evidence we made for the mock trial. A mock trial? Never heard of such a thing, but it sounds fishy to me. Real fishy. Now, if you would, officers. Yes, sir. But... Junie, I had to do something. I can't let them take her away like this. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have work to do. Oh? Animated cutscene.
I refuse to believe that she's the killer. Junie!
Whoa.
I've decided. I'm going to defend you. I'll fight with everything
Whoa.
I've got.
Oh, who's this voice actor? I recognize this. As soon as this cutscene's over, we're checking that.
Junie, it's good to hear you say that name again.
Do I actually recognize this voice actor? I feel like I do. Yep, sorry, Fulbright. I'm not reading your line. I'm checking whose voices. Athena Sykes in English. Oh, wrong button. Oh, that's, yep. Don't type that. Undelete. Okay, tell me her roles. Sorry for this, guys, but I am going to go insane. This is the first time I've actually heard her, Oh! That's where she's from. She's from Cowboy Bebop. Dang, I haven't seen Cowboy Bebop in a long time. I'm very surprised that I remembered that. I must have heard her somewhere else. There's no way I remember her from Cowboy Bebop. Right? Like that... No way, right? Hold on. Let me see. Tell me, what else did she do? What else did she do? I gotta know. Okay, well, she's in a lot of things I know. Oh! My god. I found it. I found where I recognize her from. She is TK from Digimon original. Yeah, that's a voice I'm never gonna forget. That is one of those voices that's stuck in my head forever because I really love Digimon. I remember watching those episodes, and as they're not, well, it was actually a rerun, but oh, I missed one of the episodes. That really upset me, and that's the thing that got me into piracy. internet piracy. But I think that's a story we'll save for another time because we're in a bit of a intense moment here. Hate to interrupt your bonding time, but aren't you rather new to all this? You're barely even a lawyer. Well, I don't have much experience, and I may need Apollo and Mr. Wright's help at times. But nobody believes in Junie as much as I do. I'll help you too, Juniper. There's no way you murdered your professor. Athena. Apollo. Thank you, both. I'm counting on you. Ah, a way to cough on stream without it being out of place. Wonderful. We've got your back, Junie. Guess things worked out after all. Now that you have your lawyers, Miss Woods, it's time for us to head back to the station. Should I have laughed there? I suppose I should have. We'll do that going forwards. I can't believe Junie's been arrested for murder. And I can't believe I accepted her case without asking Mr. Wright. Take a deep breath and relax, Athena. I'm here to help with whatever you need. So let's get right on with the case. Right. Heh. I won't have this case left in the hands of rank amateurs. If anyone's going to solve this case, it'll be me. Time to investigate. You do not even have a badge, stupid little boy. You are a child, a baby, and probably very, very full of yourself as you have you are 18 years old. Okay, come on, guy. No. Why, that smug little... He hasn't even finished law school. Ah! That was totally rude! And you're not the only one on the case, man. I'm in too, big time! Juniper Woods, I'm gonna save you! Ah. Now that those two are gone, let's go back to what I was talking to about in front of the stage. About the mock trial, that is. Oh, right. You said the victim's location, position, and so on were just like in the script. Oh, that was a bad one. Exactly, but without the script or any props, it's kind of hard to explain. Perhaps I could... What? Is... Gavin? They brought back Gavin before bringing back Edge. I mean, I guess it's fine. Edgeworth doesn't need to come back. Oh, Phoenix isn't here. We can save that for the last trial. Because he has to be back this game. There's no way they're going to go 2 games without Edgeworth. Oh, but what voice did I give Gavin? Alright. Well, we'll have to make something up from scratch then. Perhaps I could help, Hair Forehead. Oh, he's so smug in 3D. Prosecutor Gavin, what are you doing here? You two seem to know each other. Is someone going to introduce me? Why, I do believe we have a fresh face here. Greetings, Fräulein. I am Clavier Gavin. Some know me as a prosecutor, but I'm most famous for my former rock band. We were quite popular, you know, but regrettably the band went kaput. Perhaps you've heard of us, the Gaviners? I was the lead vocalist. Never heard of your band. Then again, I was out of the country till only recently. But, can I get your autograph? You just met him like 3 seconds ago and you want his autograph? Forgive me, Fräulein, but I've retired from the music biz. But I'd be happy to offer my autograph as a rockstar prosecutor... No, I'd be happy to offer my autograph as rockstar prosecutor Clavier Gavin. That is an odd sentence, Gavin. A very odd sentence. You know, we never actually resolved the whole thing with the black psyche lock on your brother. Are we gonna figure out how to break those this game? I don't think so. We're not really playing as Phoenix much. But they did go through the whole tutorial on psyche locks, and also the wristband stupid magic thing, and also Athena's with motion things. So we probably, well, no, we are absolutely getting back to playing as Phoenix at some point in this, and we're probably going to be playing as Apollo at some point after his whole edgy phase is over, unless we get really heavy into his play style into this trial. Oh, speculation. No, I'm not going to go on another rambling. Don't worry about that. Let's get on. Stop looking at the awkwardly forward-facing Gavin. He does not look great forward-facing. Maybe he's just aged. Who knows? Oh, okay, that one then. She's a lively one, eh, Hair Forehead? Didn't know she was your type. She's the newest member of the Write Anything agency, that's all. Nice to meet you. I'm Athena Sykes. A pleasure to meet you too, Athena Sykes. Now that the intros are out of the way, I'm sure you have some questions for me, yeah, Forehead? Oh, can I present my... I don't want to... should I present my badge? No, I won't. Let's just go on. So, what are you doing here, Prosecutor Gavin? I'm here for the same reason as your boss. To give a lecture and a training seminar. So he's the famous prosecutor they invited? And I have another crucial role to play. The Gaviners are getting back together for a one-time special performance. Even though you guys disbanded? Which was a shame, by the way, really. Is that one guy out of prison yet? Yeah, I know how much you adored our music, Hair Forehead. Anyway, I studied abroad in Germany to get my badge early, but I did graduate from here. Wait, so that performance Junie mentioned? I see you've already heard about it. One student representative was selected to sing with us on stage. And the stage was supposed to look like this tomorrow. Oh my... Oh, you can't be serious. No, I need a drink of water after that. Oh my god. That. Oh my god. Are you serious? That is the statues? What, why? What is even happening here? Okay, no. We move on. They're shattered already. We don't have to look at them much. Oh, I didn't even read that, did I? Can I... 2 big banners and a pair of wicked statues. This is just an illustration, but it's not half bad. Wicked statues? Wait, are those supposed to be you and Mr. Wright? Bingo, Fräulein, and they were so big and magnificent too. What a terrible waste. But the worst part of this whole thing is my long-awaited reunion with my mentor never came to pass. Wait, don't tell me your mentor was... Professor Court. She was the one who taught me how to think about the law. So, Constance Court was your professor here at the Academy? She may have taught the judge course, but she had a huge impact on me. She was fond of saying, the end is only justified through proper means. She wouldn't tolerate dishonesty and always revered what was right beyond all else. I can feel Prosecutor Gavin's sadness. Oh no, I think I'm gonna cry. Athena, are you tearing up? Though, I can't blame you. Prosecutor Gavin knows a lot of who he is to Professor Court. Exactly. So, as you can see, we are both joined in purpose, so to speak, yeah? Now, let's rock this place hard. Huh? I don't follow. Let's rock what? Forget already, Fair Forehead. I said I'd help you explain the mock trial. We're going to reprise it, right here in the lecture hall. It might help us catch her killer. Ooh. And, Athena's the defendant, so am I playing as Apollo? Yep. Right. The sage is set. And you, Hair Forehead, ready to rock? No, the defense is not ready to rock. You saw the actual mock trial earlier, right? Just relax. You'll do fine. Besides, we have the script right here. Junie's masterpiece? The one everyone's been talking about? Yeah, and there's only one in existence. I borrowed it, if you will. Now, Fräulein, We'll need you to play the part of defendant and judge as per the script. Okay, got it. I've only read the case outline so far. I don't know how it actually turns out, so I'll treat this like I'm prosecuting a real case. You, Herr Forehead, will play the part of a fledgling lawyer, a role you were born to play. All the evidence is also here with us. We have everything we need to reprise the mock trial. Très bien. Let's get started. Defendant/Judge Athena Sykes is psyched and ready to rock. Court is now in session for a reenactment of the mock trial. Or what I'd like to call the mock trial. Yeah, a double mockery perhaps, but a trial is still a trial. Achtung, baby. It holds no bard. Yes, I forget, I was not especially fond of Clavier's speech at times, whenever he gets really into it. Let's rock. But it's fine. Can't we take it easy today? It may just be a mock of a mock, but there's only one way to compete. You play to win. So remember, each time I catch you slacking off, I'm holding you in contempt of court. Great. A judge that voices her own objections and abuses her judicial powers. Oh, this is not how a trial usually goes. Now then, Prosecutor Gavin, your opening statement if you please. You got it, Fräulein Judge. Our case is set in a school, very much like this one. The victim, a professor, female. The defendant, an archery club member, also female. Oh me, oh my. I'm innocent. Innocent, I tell you. That's some seriously bad acting, Fräulein. You're making the streamer look good. Ugh. Anyway, the victim's body was discovered in the middle of the quad. Here's a shot of the crime scene. Ironically, it was Professor Court who posed as the corpse. Their forehead. How did the mock trial participants react to this photo? Mr. Newman was surprised by what Professor Court was wearing. He reacted with, "Oh, the green sweatsuit." That's not exactly what I would pick to focus on. So how do you care about that? Too much of a fledgling to know what's important, that one. In any case, both the mock trial and the actual case, Professor Court was wearing a sweatsuit. Moving right along... Hey, wait a second. The body was discovered in the same area as the mock case, although there was a stage. Plus, the murder weapon, an arrow, and the lack of blood are also the same. That's right, and therein lies the significance of this mock trial. So let's keep rockin' just like that. Did I misread that? I did. Well, that's what happens when I try to close my eyes in the middle of a reading, eh? Before the crime occurred, the defendant was to meet with the victim in the quad. Let's see here. When I arrived at our meeting place, I found the professor with an arrow in her stomach. But it wasn't me. I didn't kill her. You don't have to ham it up like that, Athena. It's called getting into character, Herr Forehead. Don't be such a wet blanket. Right, let's see. Oh, yeah, then you said, a frail co-ed used her bare hands to stab her professor with an arrow? I don't think so. Man, I'm making Athena look good. At the time of the murder, a male student was seen holding a bow in the archery club room, which is a clear view of the quad. Why is archery inside? No, don't do that. He shot the arrow into the victim before my client even got there. Nine, Herr Forehead. That feigned swagger does not suit you in the least. Order, order, order! Especially you, Mr. Justice. Me? But I was just trying to get into it like Mr. Euro Rocker said. So, the victim was shot from the archery club room before the meeting even took place. Hence, the defendant could not be the killer. That seems to be the defense's assertion, and it's a pretty bad one considering they already noted the lack of blood. Prosecutor Gavin, do you have any objections? The autopsy report notes that the edges of the victim's wound were unusually ragged. Could such physical trauma possibly result from an arrow shot from a bow? 9. I believe the victim was impaled with the arrow by hand, post-mortem. In short, the real murder weapon was not the arrow at all. When Robin was prosecutor, he had a tough time determining the real murder weapon. Well, he's just a student, a warm-up act, while I am the real deal, the headliner, so to speak. The true murder weapon was most likely the awl that was left in the art room. An awl? What's that? An awl, you say? What might that be? It's a kind of tool used for poking holes in paper, wood, and other materials. It's kind of like an ice pick. I have a photo here if you're interested. Gross. It's all bloody up to the handle. Please tell me it's just paint. Most likely, Fräulein. Pretty realistic, yeah? Let's pretend it's real blood for now. The defendant's prints were lifted from the murder weapon. Furthermore, traces of the victim's blood were discovered in the art room. That's where I believe the murder actually took place. So, the question now is, how did the body get from the art room to the stage? The murder took place in the third-floor art room, but the body was found in the quad. It must have been quite a chore moving the body all that way. Not at all. There's a maintenance area and storehouse right outside the art room, and a cart used to carry balls was found there. Oh, I think I've seen one of those before, but that's a pretty big one. A jumbo, yeah? Big enough to fit a person, or a body in it. The defendant dropped the body from the art room window, then moved it with a cart. That is how the high school girl could easily move a body all by herself. That is not a great argument. That would almost certainly incur bruises, unless there was some sort of cushion there, and sport balls do not make good cushions. You don't say?
Objection!
A body dropped from three stories up would show signs of massive blunt force trauma.
Objection!
That may be true, but you failed to account for the large high jump mat in the storehouse. A body dropped onto such a mat would show no signs of blunt force trauma unless they fell wrong, which we will ignore, because this is a mock trial after all, written by a student. Yikes. It's almost scary how similar this whole case is to the mock trial proceedings. Quite the crafty killer. In an attempt to cast suspicion on the archery club, they moved the body to the quad where it would be an easy shot from the club room. Then the killer faked the murder weapon by inserting an arrow into All's stab wound. Sounds like he has only high praise for Junie's script. Were there any other further arguments from the defense? Nope. It seemed like the teacher who was playing the judge was satisfied too. Time for the finale then. Your verdict, if you please, Fräulein Judge? Huh? Oh, right, that's me. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Juniper Woods. Wait a second. Even if it is just a mock trial of a mock trial, I don't want to declare Junie guilty. Yeah, perhaps that's not such a good thing. Let's end our mock trial here. Besides, it's about time I get back to my investigation. Thanks, you two. That little run-through of the mock trial cleared up quite a few things. Achtung, baby! The prosecution's already got a witness sized up too. That was quick. Prosecutor Blackwell's almost too good. You're sure in a helpful mood today, Prosecutor Gavin. Well, like I said, I just want to catch whoever killed Professor Court. And there's no reason for me to start butting heads with you two. Anyway, I won't say goodbye, as I'm sure I'll be seeing you later. And I got my intonation wrong on that last line. I am getting tired, though. I am going to try to make it to the end. Get out of that voice. I'm going to try to make it to the end of this investigation. But, I might not. Just to let you all know. But we are making good progress. Good progress indeed. As far as my theory is concerned, it has not changed much, but I have not the slightest clue how the stage costume is going to fit into all of this. Obviously the constellations are very, important. Probably there's going to be like a fake costume or something. But I have no idea. So we're just going to keep chugging along. I think I've spewed most of my theories at this point. And, you know, I will say, this trial has at least given us one good thing so far, and that is me bursting out laughing and coughing at those ridiculous statues. So let's move on. I always thought prosecutors were all a rather scary bunch. The prosecutor Gavin seems pretty nice. Yeah, he's not so bad as prosecutors go. We should get back to investigating too. We don't have nearly enough information yet. We also have to tell Mr. Wright that we accepted Junie's case. Right. Looks like we have our work cut out for us. Alright. Okay, Where is Wright? He's probably in the right... anything. No, that's probably where Trucy is. Let's go check the hallway then. Is there anything here? Ah, Mr. Wright! Oh, here he is. Oh, a staff. Yeah, I heard they arrested your friend Juniper. Yeah, Detective Fulbright just took her in. I refuse to believe that one of our students is capable of murder. Oh, his voice has changed because my throat has cleared up a bit. Okay, well, I suppose we're just gonna have to roll with that. We must prove her innocent by any means necessary. The end justifies the means. Oh, he's the opposite of Professor Court then. Okay. What do you mean, the end justifies the means? I, Professor Means, always say what I mean, and I mean what I say by all means. Okay, Dr. Seuss. Here at our esteemed academy, we train our students to produce meaningful results. You believe in Juniper's innocence, do you not? Of course I do. Junie wouldn't even hurt a fly. Precisely. We have justice on our side. The only other thing we need are results. It is the height of folly to endanger your client by failing to pursue all means possible. Man, he really gave Gant vibes just there. A lot less intimidating, though, and I would say a lot less sinister. Because unless this guy turns out to be, the culprit, he just seems like how to say this, a lesser Gant. Oh, man, Gant was such a good antagonist. I loved Gant. Hopefully we get something like that again, but I think it'll be difficult to capture that charm in 3D. Sure, I want to prove her innocence, but I don't like the sound of the end justifies the means part. Well, you are still young and idealistic. It's no wonder you fail to see the wisdom therein. There is but one thing to do now. I must personally take up Juniper's defense. You're gonna take her case, Professor Means? I may be a professor, but I am still licensed to practice law. Or rather, it would be strange if I wasn't licensed to practice law while also being a professor of law. Oh man, I've really changed his voice. In fact, I even have battled Professor Court in courts. No kidding. So you guys were rivals or something? No, nothing of the sort. She was an esteemed colleague at the academy and in court. You see, both Professor Court and I graduated from this academy at the top of our class. Wow, I bet they both used to really bring it. Now, if you would excuse me, I'd best go discuss the case with Juniper. Professor Means, please wait. I didn't want to say anything, but Apollo and I already agreed to take her case. It's true. Juniper's counting on us to prove her innocence. Really now? You two? And when were you planning on telling me? Sorry, boss. I know we should have asked first, but... Relax. Your friend was just hauled away in front of your eyes. Sometimes you just have to make snap decisions. And I think you made the right one. How wonderful! Very well, Athena Sykes. Let me ask you just one thing. As a lawyer, what is it that you treasure beyond all else? That's an easy one, Professor. Seeking justice for my clients. What a wonderful answer. Juniper must be overjoyed to have a friend such as you. As her professor, I too shall do whatever I may to help her. And if you decide to take the end justifies the means strategy, come see me at once. Let's hope it never comes to that. Yeah, that's sort of an odd thing to be talking about in front of, Phoenix Wright, who famously lost his badge, as was mentioned in this chapter, on account of the ends justify the means, even if it was unintentional. And it... very strange thing to be saying. Now, if you would excuse me. I don't think he's the culprit or anything. I think he's just really shady and playing into the current court system, which doesn't make him an antagonist to the... well, I suppose it kind of makes him an antagonist, but it doesn't make him the culprit. It just makes him symbolic of what the cast are trying to change, or at least Apollo. No, at least Phoenix. Phoenix is he's the smart one right now. I think Apollo and Athena are too busy sharing a brain cell. But that's definitely something that's going to be covered later. Well, time's a-wasting. Better start investigating, and fast. But first, how about I tell you everything I know so far? Yes, please. Have you learned anything new about the case? Actually, I ran into prosecutor Gavin, and he told me something interesting. Seems the murder took place in the art room. There's traces of a large pool of blood there. So the police believe the body was moved from there to the stage. What? Really? Just like the mock trial again. The police are searching the art room, but whether they'll find anything, well, what? Come to think of it, let's do our own crime scene investigation before it gets too crowded around here. Huh? Are we allowed to do that? It's no big deal as long as we leave it exactly as we found it. Plus, no, never mind. Now, where was I again? But there's really no need to talk about it right here, right now. I want you two to find out for yourselves. So, were you shocked by your conversation with Professor Means? I guess so. Actually, that was pretty shocking. The Dark Age of Law. I'm sure you've heard those words before. Sure, a number of times. So have we, the audience. I think Edgeworth was talking about it, what was it, the second game? Third game? He's been talking about it for a while, though he did not use those exact words. I really want Edgeworth back. Prosecutors file false charges, and lawyers fight back by fabricating evidence. There's a lot that's going around these days. But the question is, how is it related to the case at hand? Training students to produce results. That is the school's policy. Well, that in and of itself isn't a bad thing. Right. As long as those results come by fair and honest means. Oh, but what was it that Professor Means said? The ends justify the means? To survive the Dark Age of Law, you must use any means necessary. Wow, this shot's giving me reminded me of another game. a bit. Yeah, really. Well, never mind. Ugh. I'm. We don't need to elaborate too much. I think it's pretty obvious. If to anyone who likes mystery visual novels, fabrication of evidence and false charges are unavoidable in the quest for results. That's what they're preaching here at Themis Legal Academy. But what'll happen to our legal system if results are all that matter anymore? Relax, it's just a rumor. I'd take it with a grain of salt if I were you. And in the previous game, we went through a whole lot of trouble to, start establishing juries that has been mysteriously not spoken about a single time in this entire game. I'm still frustrated about that, in case you could not tell. Oh, that's a relief. You had me going there for a minute. Wait a second. What if Mr. Wright examined the victim's body for a reason? Maybe he was worried someone might actually tamper with the evidence. I think that about wraps up what I know so far. The fact that this case closely resembles Miss Wood's script is obviously important. Knowing that, you should probably try and identify what's the same and what's different. Okay, I'll try to talk to as many people as I can on campus. Oh, we have a lot to investigate. I imagine the outdoor stage is going to be blocked up now. The body's been taken away. I thought the area was cordoned off. Hey, the police are discussing something over there. Ooh, I know. I'll just quietly sneak over there for a listen. Here goes. Athena, watch where you're... Oh. Huh? Yeah. Ah, ouch. Who put this stupid box here? Oh, is this a new character, perhaps? Wait. Yeah. Apollo, this box, there's... What now? There's someone, or something inside. Don't let it be a snake. Oh, they're just messing with us. Is this? Okay, I saw the uniform. For a second I thought it might be Junie, but then I remembered that she's been arrested. So no, this is a new character. She has a skirt, so it is most likely female considering the school's uniforms. You more just blew my cover. What the? There really is someone inside. That someone is me, Miriam Scuttlebutt, and I'm a senior in the judge course. What's with the box? It's the fate of we who live in the shadows. There's a very good reason why none of may see my face by the light of day. Wait, if you're taking the judge course, did you write a mock trial script too? What's up with this hissing? You really want to see my script that bad? Well, you better watch out. Read it without my permission, and you'll wish you hadn't. Who cares? I'm sure it was rejected for a good reason. Oh, so you're studying to be a judge too? You must be classmates with Juniper. Are you a friend of hers? Juniper? That's... vocalizing? Those hissings? Is starting to get on... make me upset. And it might just because I'm tired or sick. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that every single time. Sure, she's my friend. That's why I'm gathering info. Now, tell me all you know. For tomorrow's trial. For tomorrow's trial? What are you talking about? I'm going to take a stand, naturally. So the witness for the prosecution is some weirdo in a cardboard box? Gah! This disguise is how I get my scoops. But you're right, it's me. So tell me everything you know for Juniper's sake. Wait, scoops? Into the pen twirling? Did you perhaps write this libelous article? Yeah, I should stop saying that. It's not libel. I'm just being hyperbole. What was the word? I'm just exaggerating. That'll do for now. Wait a second, Miriam. Repeat what you just said? A lawyer with brains as bad as his ears. Poor Juniper. I'm taking the stand tomorrow. Tell me everything you know for Juniper's sake. Clear enough for you this time? I thought so. Athena, my bracelet's reacting. Really? That means a lie already? That was quick. It's a pretty obvious one. You know, she is the newspaper writer who has been so cruel to our friend, who is probably innocent. So, immediately we gotta go to the fingers, right? Yeah, we already know that she takes a stand tomorrow, that's the truth. The lie is going to be for Juniper's sake, which means we're gonna have to sit through this entire little dialogue every time. I suppose I can go look at her other hand, see if it's moving. Nope. Oh, there it is. Perceive.
Gotcha.
And that was a pretty easy one. Suppose they wanted it to be easy since this is like the second one we've had this do. That's strange. You suddenly tightened your grip when you said for Juniper's sake. It's like you subconsciously tensed up because you're lying. Like, what are you talking about? When did I ever lie? Okay then, let me ask you this. Why were you selected as a witness? Yeah, I'm not doing that hissing. That's an easy one. I'm the editor-in-chief for the Famous Herald. I know everything there is to know around campus, even the darkest of secrets. The editor-in-chief, huh? That's pretty impressive. Yeah, well, it's a lonely one-woman operation. I do it all myself, from reporting to editing to publishing. Still impressed? I'm a perfect storm of journalism because I bring it all to the table. Oh, his thing's supposed to be her laughter? Okay, I think I could do it then. And this is the evidence. Here. An extra edition of the Famous Herald, published to coincide with the mock trial. I want to look at that. Well, thanks, Miriam. You've revealed who you truly are. Yeah, I know. Big dramatic reveal. Let me look at this. Unceremonious cancellation. His hands are glowing. Oh, that's incredibly important because it connects to the piece of evidence I was not sure about. The dress. The dress has glow-in-the-dark paint or ink or whatever on it, and it is on his hands. We have caught him yellow-handed. I do not know its relevance, but it has been done. No, I still don't know how that connects to everything, though. We have an additional puzzle piece that connects to the puzzle piece that is not connected to anything. It has done nothing for me to contribute to the big picture, but it is going to snap in eventually, with maybe 2 more pieces of evidence at most. Someone who's never had Junie's best interests in mind. No, that's a poor delivery. What? Are you questioning our friendship? Look, you may want answers, but no one... no can do. Because what you're saying conflicts this piece of evidence. Newspaper. And that's the Famous Herald. Oh, that's the Famous Herald. The paper I published. What about it? Are you really that dense? This article is full of malicious lies about Junie. It's definitely not something a true friend of hers would write. You got it all wrong. Another staff member wrote that one. I don't think so, Miriam. You even said it yourself a moment ago. It's a one-woman operation. Or did you already forget? If you just given me the info you have... A stupid pawn, Juniper's just using you. Okay. You know, I gotta be honest. It's quite clear at this point that even though I sound decent, I'm not going to make it through this investigation while feeling okay. So, I'm going to end things here, but we're not going to just end things. We have 2 points I'd like to hit before I do that. First, as you can vaguely see at the top of the screen, I'm planning to resume my streaming activities in a semi-regular way. Do I have specific days that I will or will not stream? No, because sickness, schedule's not great. But, Ace Attorney for the rest of this week, even though it's not much. And then Ace Attorney and Dark Souls 2 first playthrough next week. Other thing is that we are going to be trying something that we haven't done before. We're going to try and raid. We've never done that before. So you, my lovely single viewer, plus the bot who's always here for some reason, you're getting sent somewhere else. And hey, look at that. Someone else is streaming in this category, so you're going there. Looks like they're ahead of me. Hope you don't mind potential spoilers. So with that being said, thank you for tuning in. This is Seeker Scuffed. Now I am signing off. Go to this guy. How do I do this, actually? Oh, this is awkward. Here it is. Bam. You're gone. Wahahaha. Go. Go, go. Be gone. Be banished. Yes. Go. Go. Leave me. This is more awkward the longer you stay. Yes, you did it! Oh, wonderful.
Thank you for the raid. How's stream? What were you streaming? You streaming Ace Attorney? Did I kill my... Oh. Well, we're gonna find out, I guess. Oh my god, the fuck of those locks.